ready to race. I am at the 10k run through at Dorney Lake, and this 10k is actually not a race for me, and I'll explain why in a minute, but we are off.
Again, we've got super sprint. We've got sprint.
So like I mentioned, this actually isn't a race for me today. I'm going to be running it as a progressive run. So what that means is I'll run the first 7 kilometers at a steady pace and then really push in that final 3 to run at my goal 10k race pace. So for me, I'm gunning for a 53-minute 10k eventually. So that means those last 3k today have got to be 5 minutes 18 per kilometre. We've ticked over kilometre 1 in 6 minutes, nice and on track. Just past the 2 kilometre marker. So progression runs are a great speed endurance tool in your training kit. So you push the pace gradually as you continue your run. And it's great at teaching you not to go off too fast, which today is made even harder by the fact that I'm in a racing environment and I really want to, push it. So 2k done. Watch says 12 minutes, still on track. Just ticked over to 3k. So there are loads of different ways that you can actually do a progressive run. So you can do what I'm doing, do the first sort of 75% easy to steady, and then really push in that last sort of 15 to 25% and aim for your goal race pace, 5k, 10k. Or you can split it up into 3s. So an easy start, step it up in the middle block, and then a hard final third. That's actually a favourite of Greg McMillan, who is a running coach, and he uses that for a lot of elite marathoners. Or you could change your pace up by 5 to 10 seconds every kilometre, and that makes a very satisfying Strava graph. 4k done in 23:45, so coming along nicely. Now it's important to remember when you're planning your progression run that last hard push shouldn't be all out. You want to think something more around your tempo pace, something that you could sustain even though it feels hard. If you're not quite sure what that pace means, what that word means, check out the video explaining all the running paces up there. So that was 5k done in just under 30 minutes. Did start that 6k a little quick, so I've pulled myself back, and that's a really good metric to have on your watch, is lap pace if you're doing a progressive run, because it means that it'll tell you what your pace is for the kilometre that you're in, not just the whole activity, which is very useful if you need to pull it back. If it was your main race, you might have just cut back a little bit for a 10k, not a full-on taper, but I've done my usual training. So I was in the gym yesterday, my quads definitely felt heavy this morning, so feeling a bit nervous about trying to hit those paces in a couple of k's time. As well as the psychological benefit of not going out too fast, there's also a couple of physiological benefits to progression runs as well. So it teaches your body to run on tired legs. So running 6-7k easy to steady, then trying to push once your legs are a bit tired is really good training stimulus. But also it helps you return back to your normal training as usual, because your recovery times are going to be a lot quicker than if you went all out for the whole 10k. Not long to go. Nervous. Right, 150 metres to go, then I'm pushing. I doubt there'll be very many updates from me on that, because it's going to be comfortably hard and not a 3,000 metre sprint finish. I'll see you on the other side. 8k, 5:17, 9k, 5:20. Come on, let's push.
Orlando Timmerman, Anna Harding.
chuffed with that. Last K, 5:15. Made up for that 5:20. Probably shouldn't, because I need to go straight back to training next week. But the beauty of progression run means hopefully that recovery is a lot quicker. I need to get a medal. Be back in a sec. So happy with that. I'm so glad I managed to cling on in those last few minutes. It was getting really tough. My legs felt like lead. I was telling them to go, but they just weren't going any faster. Anyway, that is the beauty of building a progression run and a race into your training. So you've got the other people around you to spur you on. I really clung on with this one guy at the end. It was brilliant. I'm gonna go and find him and say thanks. Let me know in the comments if you're training for anything. Maybe you've got a spring marathon coming up. Are you gonna pop a progression run in your training schedule now after seeing what they are and what they're all about? Let me know. And if you have got a marathon coming up and you want to know what it's like, check out our video of Brighton Marathon mile by mile for a blow-by-blow account when I ran it a few years ago. I need to, lovely, some guy just said I did well. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go and recover because jumping straight back into training next week.